Hello, world, and welcome back to another episode from Beyond the Matrix. My name is Sarah, and today we're talking about Mercury because it's Mercury's day. Mercury is in a very precarious position because Mercury is in the sign of Capricorn, the builder, the ambitious leader, and is approaching the planet of Pluto. Pluto is this planet that's associated with the underworld, Hades, death and rebirth, transformation, alchemy, and things transforming. I've talked a lot about Hermes being Mercury, and because this is the winged messenger god. Mercury with Pluto is like a message from the depths, a message from the darkest shadows coming through. So I have here The Archetypal Universe by Renn Butler, where I'm just going to read through some of the archetypes for what this might feel like. So it says, Mercury Pluto, a passionate and probing mind, deep insights into emotional causes and motivations, an interest in criminology or depth psychology, a gift for persuasive communication. In the shadow, mental struggles and obsessions, fear of one's dark or shadow thoughts, harmful or destructive communication, aggressive dogmas and beliefs, crude speech. So one of the words I keep hearing people say is psychopomp. Mercury is a psychopomp, which is a guide of souls to the place of the dead, according to Google for the etymological search. And it looks like this is in Greek mythology. So Mercury, Hermes, the psychopomp, is going to take us through the underworld. And that's why we have little to fear with those dark topics and deep investigation. It's that we'll have the message, we'll have the way out with Mercury. Mercury's going to guide us through this transition. It's going to feel probably a lot more intense. It will probably feel like an investigation, like doing investigative work or digging deep into the shadows of your own psyche. Mercury and Pluto is like Hermes and Hades. And Mercury has this ability to go in and out of the underworld. He shuttles souls to the underworld, making me think of the subject-object relationship, how Mercury is about communication and short distance travel and all these significations that we get, also exalted in Virgo and the ruler of Virgo, and Virgo is the virgin that leads us through the underworld. And I have something else interesting to mention, but first I want to talk about the fact that Mercury is going to meet Pluto, which, by the way, Mercury went retrograde prior to meeting Pluto after conjoining Venus at 24 or 25 degrees of Capricorn. So Mercury went retrograde and Venus kind of took on Pluto by herself, you could say. Mercury and Venus were approaching Pluto kind of at the same pace, but then all of a sudden Mercury starts turning around and then goes back. And so this has been a long time coming. This meeting has been something we've been kind of waiting on, something that has to do with deep investigative work, shadow work, digging deep into the psyche, a revelation, and this idea of obsessions or things that we get attached to, addictions, things coming to light about habits and routines maybe that aren't working, or love interests that aren't working, or the themes that arise around whatever it is that we've become kind of way too attached to. So that could be fanaticism, that could be dogmatic beliefs. Things will be coming to light. There will be a message. This is like a revelation. This is like revealing what it is that's going on underneath. And what's interesting is that Mercury leaves this position in the conjunction with Pluto and moves right into Aquarius because it's at 28 degrees. So it's just going to move right along into Aquarius by the next day. So by Saturday, we'll have Mercury in Aquarius. And what's really interesting, and we can see it here, is that he's sextile to, because one sign over, Vesta, Vesta, the goddess of the hearth. Interesting, because in fact, some will say that Vesta and Hermes are kind of dual. They're a duality. They're two sides of one coin. So Vesta, Hestia, was the goddess, the daughter of Kronos, or Vesta is the Roman version of Hestia. Hestia was the daughter of Kronos and Rhea. Vesta was the daughter of Saturn and Ops, which I had never heard of. But Vesta was devoured by her father when she was a baby. So when she was born, because her father had received a very familiar oracle message that said that his child would kill him. And so, in order to mitigate this issue, he began swallowing his children as they were born. And so, Vesta kind of has this archetype of being the older sister that held the light for everybody. She was the firstborn, first devoured, and last to leave the, I guess, stomach of Zeus or of Saturn after Zeus killed Saturn or Kronos. So Vesta is also a goddess that's associated with light in the darkness and holding that fire. And I thought that was really interesting. She's just moved into the fire sign of Aries. So something here is coming to light. And yeah, she's moving towards Jupiter. Something is coming to light. Something is being exposed. Something is being revealed. And there's an opportunity here with that exposure and things inward, looking inward. That's what Vesta really represents, is anything that starts with inside the house, inside the home, introspective, all the ins, looking inward. So it's saying to me that this message is something that we've already got within. Mercury, Pluto is revealing something, and we already know it. We already know what it is. As we proceed, Mercury's going to move into an opposition. Mercury here is going to move into an opposition with Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith is this archetype of the feminine, and it's kind of the dark feminine, because Lilith was said to be the first wife of Adam, who left him in the Garden of Eden because she did not want to lay beneath him. And therefore, she's associated with things like shame and the killing of children and some really dark things. But it's kind of how the myth evolved over time, was that she just became this really evil character. And so in the astrology, that's what she's associated with. So we'll see how that plays a part in all of this. That should be on Tuesday, on Valentine's Day. Jealousy comes up for themes here. It's not, it's not a good look for Valentine's Day. Not gonna lie. So fortunately, the day after Valentine's Day is the day that Venus and Neptune conjoin in the sign of Pisces. So that'll be a beautiful way to resolve those. Yeah, Valentine's Day doesn't look good. I'm not just saying that as a single person. It's pretty tumultuous. Yeah, we'll get into all of that later. But basically what I see for this week with Mercury is he's approaching Hades, god of the underworld. Something is going to be exchanged. Something is going to be revealed. Mercury is going to be digging deep into the psyche, investigative work, criminal investigation, something like that. And this could be crude. This could be really awful, whatever it is that's dug up. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're a sensitive person, you might want to have a break from social media, a break from the news reports, and allow yourself to look inward by practicing some meditation, some mantra, however you can clear your mind. And personally, like, I know people like to binge watch Netflix. I know people even like to binge watch things on YouTube, but sometimes you just gotta let it all get out because we are what we do every day. If every day you're watching TV, if every day you're watching some sort of programming, it's literally programming your mind. And it burns me up because there's a lot of interest in murder porn in these fucking 48-hour mystery crime scene investigation shows. And I really think it's ruining our minds as a collective. I really don't like the fact that people are so obsessed with crime scene investigation and this kind of stuff. It's oh wow, I'm on a soapbox, aren't I? Um, to each their own. But there's got to be something really fucked up happening to people's minds when they're watching that kind of stuff. That's my rant. I'm going to leave it there because I could go on for a long time. Allow yourself to take a break, to clear your mind, to observe your body, feel through your senses. So close your eyes and look out at the abyss in the back of your eyelids. Hear sounds at the side of your eardrum. Try to hear your heartbeat. Try to focus on deep belly breathing and relaxing your belly, because I don't know about anybody else, but I have a lot of tension in my stomach from trying to suck it in all the time. And it's something that I notice when I'm meditating is my core is engaged for some reason. I've got to exhale or push it out. So it's something I've got to be conscious of. And I only came to that awareness because I sat with my body. So I think that's all I want to say about Mercury. Um, I did ask Mercury for a message during a meditation today, so that's kind of what came through. And with all that being said, I hope that you enjoy this video, and tomorrow I'm going to be talking about Zeus. So yeah, let's leave it there.